So in the last video we have covered how to like create the email and password text field. In this I will show you how to like complete the form and how to submit it, how to validate it, and a lot more, right? Okay, so we have built the basic text field, custom text field, using this widget, which is we call the custom text field widget. We can also add so many parameters in this, so let's modify this a little further. So for that I will create, like for email, like add an icon too. So if you want to add an icon, you can just come here, icons dot email. So if I show you the example, I have to add icon widget, and that's it. We got a prefix icon in this, right? So we can add icons, we can remove icons, like in the suffix and the prefix. So you can basically add it your text field according to your needs. Okay. Also, so we can also add the obfuscator. So if I know, yeah, so obfuscator test is nothing but if if you know, like when you provide the password, the text is not shown to the users. So let's just a second, you can see we are getting the obfuscator effect. That's very important. Also you can see right now we are both the text fields are getting edited. It is due to we are using the same controller, both of them. So just rename this to controller, paste it, replace this. Okay, and let's create a new controller. Okay, so for this we will create a password controller, which is password controller. Okay, and we can use this password controller in the password phase. So now you can see password is empty. So that's the basic thing we can use in it. Also we can add icons in this. So if I just go and prefix icon, we can add an icon here inside the text field if you are concerned about that. So we can just create email icon. So now you notice we have the icon inside our text field. And also we can create a suffix icons dot arrow forward, right? So now you can see we have our suffix icon as well. So you can use it according to your needs. So let's remove the icon here and the arrow icon. Okay, so this is also, this is a widget, so you can add paddings and stuff. So let's add a symmetric padding because it is not looking good. Horizontal 12. Okay, 16. Okay, let's add something like number. Yeah, so this is now looking good. So now you will see the email is, and both have the same icon. So again we can use the same technique we use on the hint. So just go with the icon, then firstly, so for the simplicity, firstly go with the icon data, because icon widget requires an icon data. So icon, then this dot icon. This is what we call a constructor in Flutter. I will let you know about this like in the upcoming videos. Icons dot email, right? And for the password part we have icons dot lock. See, yeah, lock will look good. Always remember to write the parameter name. Now we have the different icon for the board. Okay, sorry, we have to change it from here. Icon. So now we have a different icon for the different text fields. So this now looks a little bit more like a real text field or a real login form. Also, as you can see, we have obfuscator in like only one. We want the obfuscator only one. So to do that, we can just come here and just go with the obfuscator text. Okay, so for that, first we also it requires a boolean value. Okay, to toggle this, we will create a final boolean obscure text. Okay, and similar to the last one, we create in the constructor. Okay. And we have to add the null check. So the null check is nothing but if this value is null, it will have we in the predefined some conditions over it to never get to the null, right? So this is a new feature in Flutter, and I will explain it in the further videos. Okay, so now we have another parameter which is obscure text, which is firstly we have to add false. In the next one we have to add true. Okay. Yeah, so now you can see in the email we have this, and in the password we have the normal password. So now our thing is looking good. Yeah, very defined. Yeah. So as we know, our styling part is done. So let's complete this form, right? So there's a one major thing which remains, which is a validator. So if when someone click on the submit button, the use of the form should be validated, right? Sometimes it happens that user didn't put anything in the text field and it submits the button. So if even without the login ID, the API will call, like API call will get failed and so many errors can come. So that's why we use the validators to detect that problems in the very beginning of the code, so it doesn't cause any issues or on server or anything. So let's create a small and cute submit button. Firstly we create a size box. Boom. Then we create a container. So let's create a container. Let's go with the text button, right? I think let's use a text button, guys. I don't usually use that. Okay, let's show you another way of making a button if you don't use any button or like predefined buttons. So let's create a container. Okay, text child submit. That's item style colors, sorry, text style color is not white. Okay, so you can see we have our small submit button. Let's add a color to the background. Colors dot black 87. Okay, or 54 will work too. 87 was looking good. And let's decorate our container now. So the containers requires a box decoration, and similar to the text field, you can set the border radius circular, and let's add it to the 60. So if you just give the big number, it will eventually become a circle. So this is a very common error, as I told you in the last video too. So if you create a decoration for any container, you can't assign the color outside the decoration. So for that, just bring it up here, add a simple comma, and it will be fixed. So now let's add a padding over it. It's padding of 16. Okay. Now our button looks pretty good. So let's give it a pretty hack. Yeah, it looks cute, right? So we can also add some more spacing over here. Let's create our font a little bit cooler. Font weight, bold, font size 40. Okay, so now it looks cool, very cool. So this is our small submit button, and this is our basic login screen, right? Okay, so now we have the submit button. We also have our text fields. So now it is the time to create a form, right? For that, firstly I will tell you why we use the text form field instead of the text field. So in the text form field we have what we call the validator. So validator is nothing but a function with the value of the text controller. So whatever you write will be stored in this value, right thing, and you can validate that value according to your requirement. So if you want to check then text is greater than or 10, if the text is empty, if anything, so you can check about it. Okay, so let's create a validator. Okay, just a second. So right now we have our custom class. So for creating a validator, we have to just use it like directly. Either you can use it directly or just add in the uh, function of the constructor. So let's add it to the constructor. Okay, so let's create our variable validator, final, then validator. I think so what is validator is okay, let's create a validator requires a function of string. So for right now, let's just assume if you just go with the form field validator with the string and a validator, right? So this is the type. So right now just ignore it, why it comes and how it comes. Just add it to the validator and we are done. So just add this question mark and add this validator instead of this. So you have to do this because we have make the custom widget for the custom text field. If you didn't, you can directly use in the text field. So usually you will be using directly, but it's helpful when you have a big project, so you can have it. So let's add a validator in our email now. Validator, again the same formula, value this. So now you have the value too. So you can either check using the regex, you can check either using if the password is empty or not. So there's so many ways. So right now just focus with simple validator. So if the value is not equals to null, okay, and it's a basic dot commands is not empty, okay. So agar value is not equals to null and value is not empty, is empty and is equals to null, right? So either of the case, it is telling you have to add the null check. That's why I stuck in that as now. So then return, what we have to return is the error that the text field will show. Okay, so we will return please enter the email, right? And otherwise anything else we will just return it like barehanded. Okay, just either return just null. So if you return the null, it will validator will not show any error. So if I just copy it now, so validator works with the form. So if you want to add a form, so just come to the column, go and control dot, okay. So this is how we add a validator. So validator will only work when it is assigned with the form. So to do that, we can just go with a wrap, just wrap with any widget. Okay, so just with it, then you have to select a form, and then for every form has a value which is key, the key which is useful to identify like how the form is identified, right? So to create a key, you can, it is like a simple global key. Okay, so you can create any key. So let's create a login key for now, which is a global key. So let's remember the syntax for now because we are creating it for the login. So now we have our login key. Just go with the code. Okay, so okay, so this is our validator. Just copy it again and go with the, where is our password? Boom, please enter the password. You can also add certain things, else if, okay, so in the password you can also add unstring, else if value is not length, because it is a string, we can add a length is greater than 12, or value dot length is lesser than 8, then return password must be between 8 to 2. characters, right? And using this we add another validator in the password. Okay, so that's how you can add the validator. Now we will see that we can't submit this and there's no validator and nothing comes up, right? So let's do that in the next video, and I will show you in the next video, right? Have a nice day. Bye.